Hello. How is everyone doing tonight? We are here. I have some friends for sprints, and we're doing Tuesday night sprints with friends because that's what we do every Tuesday night. Rainey, I am gonna make you introduce yourself, or Mary Macaroni, however you would like to be addressed.
Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't change it. Well, I'm not Mary Macaroni, friends. It's Rainey.
It's Rainey.
I don't know. I read all types of books. That is the answer. It used to be thriller and horror. Now I can't say that. So
you read all the things.
I read all the things. I mean, there's nothing I really won't read unless I just think it's weird. But I'll give everything a try at least once.
And what are you reading right now?
That's funny.
I love asking you this on every sprint because I know you're going to give me a list. And I
am. I have 4 books I could be reading. I could be reading 4. I need to finish Serpent in the Wings of Night. I also need to finish, How to Sell a Haunted House. But I also need to start the writing retreat because I'm pretty sure everyone started it except me. And I also need to start The Simple Wild because I'm pretty sure everyone has started that except me.
I haven't started the writing retreat.
What about The Simple Wild?
I have started The Simple
Wild. Okay, see, so there you go. But I have an audiobook for How to Sell a Haunted House. So I think I'm going to pick that, and I'm going to chug-a-lug along and finish it, and then I will start one of my buddy reads.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, we ended up with a lot of buddy reads this week. I don't really know how that happened.
I don't know, and I was like, oh, dang, because I'm reading both of these books this month anyway, but I was like, you're all doing it right now?
I have 3 buddy reads this week. I'm like, one of these I'm gonna fail. Let's all be honest.
Fail all of them if we're honest. But I'm here for the
ride. Nicole, can you introduce yourself, your channel, which I love your channel name, but
Well, I'm Nicole. I'm from Dusty Book Sniffers, and I'm an extremely eclectic reader. I read everything from Victorian era classics right up to modern day literature, and my husband making an appearance.
We love it.
He didn't know I was live, so he's just walked out and gone, and then gone again.
It's like, ooh, back up.
Backing up. Yeah, so I read everything from Victorian literature right through to modern day contemporary. And at the moment, I am reading Witches Get Stitches, which is by Juliet Cross, indie author, and it's hilarious. I love it.
I love the title.
I do like that too.
It's book 3 in the Stay a Spell series.
Okay.
I'm looking this up.
The first one's called Wolf Gone Wild. The second one is Don't Hex and Drive. The third one is
I've added those to my Goodreads.
Well, there you go.
There's 5 already out, and number 6 is on its way.
Nice.
Wow.
Let's get to some hellos. Hello, Zoe. How are you? Neva, Tina, Mary Macaroni.
You're welcome.
Alicia. Nice to meet you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Let us know what you're reading in the comments as well. Yeah, sure.
Come join us.
Hold on. I'll send you the link in a second. Hello. How are you, Mika? Hold on. I'm going to send Neva the link.
I changed my name only because I'm not on the Besties Book Club spread. So I changed my
name. Fair. Do as ever you wish. Neva, I sent that. Reading 5 books, and I need to clean my room and take a shower and do schoolwork. Very nice. You need to have some productivity tonight. We are here. Hello to everybody. Crocheting a garland for my closet. I love that. Everyone's saying hello to each other. I love that so much.
Oh,
good. Thank you. I'm surrounded by my favorite peoples reading the writing retreat. Same.
Ooh.
I'm going to be starting the writing retreat on these sprints.
That's when I'm gonna fail. We're gonna see if I get to it.
This is gonna get started tonight. I'm currently reading so many books, but it's
neither here nor there.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. This buddy read, if anyone doesn't know, was only started during comments of 8-hour sprints on the weekend. It was like, hey, who wants to read the writing retreat?
Everybody does.
And everybody did. ML, hello. Just got home from work and listening to The Luminaries. I need to read this book.
Ooh, nice.
On the way home and can't stop. I'm thinking I'm very close to the end. It's not very big. Like, I was expecting it to be a lot thicker considering it's fantasy. Because I just think fantasy large. Reading, I'm not even going to attempt the German, but A Dirty Women is the translation. Not even going to try. No, gonna not even go there. Which is not smut. Got you. Okay. What is it? Booked another holiday, number 3 for the year. Nice. Alicia's on chapter 14 of the writing retreat. Alicia, you're winning.
Killing it.
If it was a race, you'd be winning.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Is that what we're going to go with, Rainey?
Well, I know I'm not going to win it regardless. You know, I just had to say something.
I feel like the new thing I've done is anytime, like even our Sweet Magnolias buddy read, which we're not doing yet, but like we've started a group chat. I've put them all into my generals folder on Instagram so that I can at least find the buddy read chats when I need them. Because if not, they were getting like buried in my Instagram. And I was like, I can't find anything over here.
I understand.
Hey.
Oh, look, it's Neva.
You got a Neva. Neva, what you reading?
Well, not the buddy read. I'm going to start the buddy read. I only have 2 hours of this book left, but I forgot that the 4th book in the Vicious Lost Boy series came out, and so I'm reading that. So I'm reading The Fae Princes because this is the 4th book in that series.
I need to read that series.
Oh, it's so good. It has my heart. I mean, it freaks Sam out that I'm like reading this series. It's like a Peter Pan. It is a Peter Pan retelling. A dark Peter Pan retelling. Lots of.
But we love a Peter Pan.
Lots of
Can I show them my jumper?
No, go clean room. Go right now. Ari, go. It's very smutty. Okay. A lot of it's a what is it called? Reverse harem. So it's like Peter Pan and like a descendant of Wendy Darling. It's not Wendy Darling. It's like I think her name is Winnie in this or something.
Right on.
And there's like a dark prince from another realm in the Neverland universe, and then the sons of Tinkerbell.
Nice. Also, I don't doubt you, Zoe. I just doubt my ability to get to it right now.
I'm glad it's a fast read because I'm planning on trying to get a good chunk into this tonight. That's my plan. My plan is to get a good chunk of this read during these.
Oh, sprints. I did finish Ninth House though.
Oh, good.
Let's not talk about that.
I
planned to finish Ninth House today. I'm loving Ninth House.
Oh, I thought you were like saying that as if you hated it, and I was like,
no.
I'm
loving Ninth House, and I'm very close to done. But today was like just.
Listen, we can talk about it because I only finished Ninth House because I was at work.
Today was very busy.
Someone reported us that we were closed. We were not closed. This man that reported us that we were closed actually picked up a DoorDash order and then reported us as closed. I don't know. Anyway, reported us as closed. So our DoorDash got shut down for like 3 hours.
Right on.
So I had nothing to do for 3 hours because we had no DoorDash people.
There. Alicia also is ahead of us all because they had some downtime at work. So. That's what has happened.
I had downtime at work today. However, they delivered a bunch of stuff. Like they basically spent a lot of money to renovate my classroom, which is nice, but they left it a mess and there's furniture and stuff everywhere. However, it's all very nice, but now I have to take all of my storage that they didn't like and move it all into like their nice fancy storage. And I was like, I have to do that this week on show week. Okay.
Yeah, seems like a bad week to be doing that.
But I have to, otherwise I can't teach next week back when classes are in my classroom. So I'm like, okay, thanks guys.
Tina is reading Salt and Pepper by Leslie Budwitz. That's what I'm going to go with. And Takane and Hannah, Volume 1 by Yuki Shiwazu. And Exhortation and Evergreens by Tanya Capes. I'm going to go with the first and the last one are cozies. First two were paid for by my mom, so this is the first I'm technically paying for. Still fun vacations. I love that for you. Oh, audio is 10 hours and the physical looks slim, but the font is small. Oh no. I have the physical book downstairs, but I actually didn't open it to like look. It's fantasy, but not my typical. It's very much Monsters in the Woods variety, and I have no idea what I'll rate it. Okay. Let me know when you finish. It is a Neva. It's a wild Neva sighting.
Neva in the wild.
Neva in the wild.
Neva's hair is doing something ridiculous because all I did was rip my bonnet off. I didn't like try to foo-foo it
I
up.
like-
sorry.
I'm in love with your new hair.
Oh, thank you. Me too, honestly.
You like my hair?
Like,
Okay.
really. Of course I love your hair.
I'm honestly so I was not sure about this. Not because of the hair, but because she parted my hair down the middle. This is not a thing that I do. I tend to part it to one side.
Yeah.
And then I came into my house and Mr. Rita and Neva and Mariah were sitting on the couch downstairs watching TV.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh, I love this hair." He picked it, by the way. So if he didn't love it, he was just gonna deal with it. Like, I don't care. But he was like, "I love this hair," and Mariah was like, she's like, "This is the best style you've done so far." Like, out
I
of the
love
break.
There you go.
So I was like, okay. And then I was like, "But does the part make my forehead look
No.
big?"
That looks good.
And I also left
But then I
my,
pulled it back last night for
and
work.
I also left my long sleeve at
It's
the
not
door.
very cute pulled back. I'm gonna be honest. I'll
Mom,
send a message to the group chat
I
tonight.
need a picture of that. I was just going to say.
I have to pull it into like the top part of it into like half of a ponytail and like
Yeah.
half
you
up
weren't
do.
doing sprints today.
I lied to put my
Mom, did
hat
you
on,
lie?
and
Lying is
it
bad.
without the hat on, my
Lying
forehead
is
looks
bad.
like half my
Lying
head,
is
but that's okay. It's
really bad.
Tina is rereading After We Fell by Anna Todd in Heartstopper Volume 4.
Nice.
Need to read book 2 of that series. It's about a dysfunctional marriage, and he's gaslit her into believing she does not want to leave the house ever.
Oh.
That's the German book.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Sarah. And I clicked on this comment earlier and then realized I had missed a bunch because StreamYard had jumped like 10 comments without me noticing. But you're reading IPB number 2. That's my favorite so far, Sarah. So please report back when you are finished because
I need to get on that train too.
Why are they so big?
because it's my favorite. So we have reached the end of the comments.
Say hi.
So should we read?
We should.
Sounds good. Let me pull this up and let's go. Oh, wait, let me turn the music off. Let's go. Hello. We are back. I got to 8% in the writing retreat. How did it go for everyone else? Rainey, we'll start with you and do the loop.
Okay. Well, I did read, so that's good. I read like 30 pages, and then I had to solve a circus crisis because I still have to solve stuff when I'm not there.
That's fair. What did you read 30 pages of?
This.
Oh. Sounds good.
But it is good, and I'm still liking it. So now I'm at 50%.
I love that you're liking a Grady Hendrix. This is so unexpected.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the moment for shit to turn for me. I really am. I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows? Nicole, how did you do?
I read 33 pages.
Amazing. Are you liking that one? Obviously, it's book 3, so you must like the series.
Yeah, it's quite funny because each book is about a different witch sister and their love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is about the cousin from the first book. They're werewolves, and Violet's trying to help the werewolves not to shift and be so aggressive and all that sort of stuff, but she's doing through magic and tattooing. So, but the dialogue between the characters is just funny as.
I need to look these up. They sound so interesting.
I sit there and I just start laughing, and my husband's like, "What are you reading?" "Oh, nothing."
Nothing. I'm doing nothing.
Nothing at all.
Neva, how did you do?
I read 3%, and also I'm trying to order this ticket to go see Rainey.
Oh yeah!
I love that you're going to see Rainey. This is so exciting.
Honestly. But yes, that still loving this book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, they all leave on cliffhangers, and I think this is the last one.
Oh, so like you're getting all the answers.
Right.
I love that.
And like, I can't really say anything about this book if you haven't read it because it would just spoil everything, to be honest with you. But like, I thought I would have to, like, because I read the third book like months ago. Because it was another series that, like, I read them all at once. Like, I read the first 2, and I had to wait for the third one to come out. And then I read the third one in September, I think, was when it came out. And then this one just came out. But I remember, like, they gave me enough of what happened before, you know what I mean, that I remember.
Most books will do that. I feel like that's, like, most of the time, they'll give just enough to be like, oh, yes, right. I remember now.
I mean, I did forget about like one big piece that happens, but then when it was like presented to me, I was like,
oh. You're like, oh, right. I remember.
Also, if anyone wants the second roll, it is live. It was not live at exactly 5.
I'll put it in the comments if you.
But it should be up now. It's like a 30-second video because I actually talk in that one.
Yay! Roll number 2 for Stars Hollowathon. If people don't know what we're talking about, so Neva is hosting Stars Hollowathon, which is her TBR game, and roll number 2 went out today, or like within the last few minutes. So we'll put the link in the comments if you don't know where to look. But
can Dolly say hi and can I pour the cheese?
Took a pretty serious test and got a 73.
Not bad.
Hello.
Hi, Ari.
Hello.
And crocheted a little bit.
Nice.
Sarah read 20 pages.
What?
Go clean room.
Nika read 32 pages. Addicted to Coloring. We got to chapter 14. I'm really enjoying it now. Awesome. I'm not sure of it at this moment in time, to be truthfully honest.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm hoping.
What does that mean? Like, you're just not.
At this point, I don't like it.
Oh, no.
But I'm hoping once we get to the writing retreat, which we're just starting to get to, that I will like it. It's a little bit of like Mean Girl high school drama at the beginning. And I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't subscribe for that. But I think now that we're going to the writing retreat as 30-year-olds, maybe that will be good. I mean, there are 30-year-olds the whole time, but they're talking about things that happened like years ago. I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I love a backstory though.
Yeah, but I just hate when it's like just teenage drama. Like I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Also check to see when I last did something for that class, and it was about a month ago. Right on. Hi, Jean. How are you? Reading Zodiac Academy 5 at 47%. Got to make sure I don't read it close to bed because it kept me up the other night. I have work at 8 a.m. Fair.
We need to continue on with that series. I'm liking it. I just need to keep going.
Jean is like flying through this series because I've not slowly, you've done it very quickly, but I've been watching Jean make her way through this series. Over sprint.
Listen, I still have book 2 just sitting in my Audible. Have I read it? No. I gave the first one like 4 stars though. So like it's not that I didn't like it. There's just other things for me to read. But Jean is making me want to be like, maybe I should just binge the series.
Mm-hmm, I know. ML finished their book and really didn't like the ending. Oh no. 2.5 stars. That was like, yay, really exciting that you finished. And then I was like, oh no.
Well, that's sad.
That is sad. It was a cliffhanger, but not in a way I want to read more. This is the Illuminaries.
Oh man.
The Luminaries, not the Illuminaries.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what I mean.
It's okay.
Feel like you wasted your time. Oh, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. Alicia got to page 136. It's getting a tiny bit wild. Alicia, wild in a good way?
I mean, I've heard that book goes off the rails.
No, this is the writing retreat.
Yeah. I've heard it's unhinged.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But what does that mean to some people, you know?
Well, that's it. Because I've heard like, okay, Ninth House, yes, it's darkish. But I've heard like it's dark. People are like, it's so dark. And I'm like, well, it's not that dark.
What, the Ninth House?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that it. I mean, I feel
is dark, but it's not like, my.
To be honest, I kind of feel like Catherine House was darker.
I would agree with you.
Ooh, okay.
Haven't read Ninth House, so.
I feel like
I'm just saying, like, people go on and on about Ninth House being dark, which is totally fine. I don't mind a dark book at all. But like, I was expecting it because maybe I was over-prepared. Maybe I was just over-prepared for the darkness, that it wasn't as dark as I was.
I just feel like if people are thinking that Ninth House is super dark, like, don't read Catherine House because it's dark and you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Catherine House is darker.
Yeah. Could have read the synopsis because that's it. That's the entire plot.
Oh.
So there is.
I did actually. Oh, that's what I heard about the writing retreat though too. Someone said don't read it because there's like the synopsis because there's some plot point that's not even introduced till like 100 something pages in, and they're like, why would you put that in the synopsis?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, the second roll. Me neither, Tina. I haven't even picked it up, to be honest. Not gonna lie. It's a graphic novel and I still haven't picked it up. Why? I don't read a graphic novel. It would take me one sprint to read it, but I haven't yet. So
I'm gonna be honest. I started Magnolia Parks, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The book hits different when you already know how it ends.
Well, I would assume. Yeah.
By this, I mean, like, because of how it ends, which only Rainey knows what I'm talking about, but because of how it ends, there are things that you realize are happening as you reread it that you didn't know were happening because you didn't know how it ended.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think I will just take it on the plane with me and reread it then.
Fair.
You what?
I think I'll take it on the plane with me and reread it.
Oh, yeah.
Because maybe I won't cry hysterically with a plane full of people around me.
I feel like that's like playing chicken with you are just asking for it.
Or I'm gonna be next to some like 80-year-old woman that's like, "Are you okay?"
So I'm gonna pick you up, and then you're gonna be crying, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're so happy to see me." No, I just.
Neve will just be at baggage claim. I was like, that doesn't seem like a good plan, but anyway, you do you. It's getting good, Brittany. Okay, good. Maybe I think it might at this point. The start was not what I was expecting, I guess. Maybe that's what. I'm not as connected to the characters as I would like to be, but hopefully I will soon. Oh, hey, Amy. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. There's a second line of people, and once there's a second line of people, I forget that there's even a possibility to have a second line of people.
Well, I was like, well, maybe there isn't room for me, so
No, there's
just right here.
Well, I saw your comment pop in, and I was like, why is Amy in the comments?
I thought maybe I'm just going to be in the comments. That's okay. I'll just be, it's okay.
I literally was like, I'm sure my face even was like.
So I have a question. I have a question for Zoe because she's reading this book, right?
Yeah.
Does it get more thrillery? Because yesterday when I did those, random sprints that people showed up to, and I was surprised, honestly. I expected it just to be me and Zoe. I'm just going to be honest. She said it wasn't very like at the point she was at yesterday, it wasn't very thrillery.
I can believe that because I would not at this point say it is not where I am. So that makes sense.
Because she was at like chapter 11 and she's like, it's not very thrillery yet, but I'm enjoying it.
Oh no.
Which book is that?
The Writing Retreat.
Oh, I'm reading that next month.
Oh, I'm reading it now and I'm concerned.
Well, they're all reading it now. I'm not yet.
What are we reading, Jean? That's a really good question. And Amy's going to tell us in a second, but we might as well just do the loop again because Jean's asking. I'm reading The Writing Retreat.
I'm reading How to Sell a Haunted House.
I'm reading Witches Get Stitches.
Oh, I'm reading The Fae Princes. I should be reading The Writing Retreat. I will when I finish this. So sorry, Kindle Unlimited.
Amy, what are you reading?
I am reading Champagne, Sunrise, and Dead Guys. It's a paranormal cozy mystery. She can see
You're
dead
always
people.
reading some good cozy mystery.
But I'm also listening to Four Aunties in a Wedding.
Ooh.
Okay.
The second Four Aunties book.
You know, I want to read the first one, but I've heard nothing but bad stuff about the second one.
I didn't have the first one, so I can't talk.
I know you did.
So it's still funny, but I have laughed so much, or I've rolled my eyes so much more.
Right.
With the second one, where I'm just like, oh, but it's still funny and I'm still enjoying it. But I really liked the first one more, I can tell. But
wild in a good way, rainy, but unhinged, crazy times.
Okay.
Hellbent is darker than Ninth House. Okay. Maybe that's what I heard was really dark. Maybe I didn't realize. Books 4 and 5 are my favorites for Zodiac Academy.
Nice.
And here's where I realized Amy was waiting backstage. I finished The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. It was good. What did you give it, Jean? I would like to know. Hi to Amy. Haven't got to anything major yet, but it's sitting at a 5 for me so far. Enjoying the writing style. Excited for what's to come.
Is this the writing?
That's the Writing Retreat.
Nice.
No, but this is a Denard book. There's nothing that isn't in the synopsis. No details, no reveals, no character development.
Okay.
ML did not like this book. I feel like we can safely say that this was not a book for ML, which is kind of terrifying to me because ML, I feel like we agree on most books. Did I mention I'm cranky about this? You need a new book to make it better.
Is ML reading the Writing Retreat too?
No, ML just finished The Luminaries by Susan Dennard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did hear that. I was okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, don't worry. At this point, half the time I'm like, you could ask me in 10 minutes what I'm reading and I wouldn't know the answer. So, it's fine. Had some thriller moments in the past few chapters. So around chapter 14, apparently it starts to get thrillery for those reading the writing retreat.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me tell this timer to stop timing. Still not getting thriller vibes, but as Alicia said, something about to get wild. So maybe then. I feel like this is really different from any thriller, just from the descriptions being said of it, that this is going to be really different from any thriller maybe that I have read.
My Cozy Mystery is by Jennifer Fischetto, and it just came out today.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Thoroughly
I
enjoyed
never
it,
read
though.
books on the day they come out.
Well, I was supposed to read it before the day it came out. It was smart.
Yeah. I also don't do good at that either.
Yeah.
This is an arc of the writing retreat that I am currently reading.
That's why I don't do art.
It's fine. It's fine.
To be honest,
Everything's fine.
I'm so behind on arcs that in May, when my TBR game comes back as like a video and not a readathon, I've already created my arc jar.
Yep.
And part of the thing is like I have to pick an arc out of that arc jar every month. Like it's not a roll, it's just part of what I have to do.
Yeah.
And I've decided that the punishment for not finishing an arc, which is the only punishment I'm going to have, like if I don't finish my TBR, it's fine. But if I don't read the one arc that I have to read, I have to add a roll.
That's fair.
Does it have to be that arc, or could it be a different one? Like, say you just like are in the
Oh
mood
yeah,
for
can you
different arc.
swap?
Could you swap it?
Maybe. I might be nice enough to myself to be like, yes, you can swap.
Like maybe it could be a different
But it
punishment,
has-
like an
but I
added
think-
roll if you don't, or something else if you
Yeah.
actually read an arc.
If I allow myself to swap it, then it still has to be a backlist arc.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And not like, oh, this arc comes out in December and it's April. Like we're not
Fair.
doing that.
Here's a nice graphic novel arc I can read.
You know, it's fine. It is what it is. Okay.
I mean, I get a lot of middle grade and graphic novel or middle grade and cozy mystery arcs. Like I should be able to
knock them out
get
quickly.
those done, but
like,
I get a
Not
lot of
lately.
thriller and contemporary romance. Like for someone in her romance era, I sure have a lot of contemporary romance arcs that I haven't read.
you know, it's fine. Zoe thinks she differs with Rainey. You did not like The Drift, right, Rainey?
I DNF'd that at 8%.
Yeah. No.
And that's early for me. Like I was just like, no. There were 3 characters you're following, but 2 was like the same exact almost scenario, and they had similar names. And then they all were talking to like 5 different characters, and I was like, I'm not invested in any of them. There's 15 people, and no. I'm sorry.
that time I got drunk and saved a demon. That's a series, isn't it?
Ooh.
I think so, but I'm not confidently saying such a thing.
I
It
think
makes me
it's
feel
a-
better, though. I haven't
I think
returned
it's
to
okay,
the
you
library
smut
yet. But I can't do it.
That's okay. Not every book is for everybody.
I can't. I'm sorry.
But are we ready to read? And
Yes.
see if I like this anymore now once I put another 45 minutes into it.
I hope
Right.
you.
I hope so too, because
I
it's an
hope you do
arc
too.
and I have to review it regardless, which is, I hate when that happens. So I'm really hoping it turns around on this sprint. We're going to hope for the best. Alicia and Zoe are liking it, so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Are we ready to read?
Mhm.
Let's go. Hello, we are back. I made it to 18% of the writing retreat, which is chapter, because everyone's putting their chapters. Hold on. That would not be where I'm watching the audiobook. I have too many places where I'm reading audiobooks, and I clicked the wrong app, and I'm like scrolling, looking for the audiobook like it's going to magically be in Libby when it's not. Chapter 8.
I love that you said watching the audiobook.
Watching the audiobook. I don't know if I mentioned this. I've been up since 3:30 a.m. So
Oh my goodness.
my brain is only half functioning. And it is the reason we will only be doing 3 sprints tonight. Because my son woke up with nightmares. And I go to sleep. I know. I was so sad for him. It's the worst, right?
And for you, but yeah, absolutely for him.
Yeah.
Obviously worse, but then also for you too. That's a lot.
Coffee and an IV is I don't even know how many coffees I've had. More than I should have at this point. So we're only doing 3 instead of 4 tonight because as soon as he goes to bed, I'm going.
Mom's going to bed. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I hope that he has a better night.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
crossed. Nicole, how did you do during that sprint?
I read 35 pages.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
nice.
It's getting good.
You've got me wanting to pick that up like soon, really.
Well, I originally had a bingo roll where I had to pick an independent author, and I just sort of went into Kindle and just flipped it, and it stopped on her. And I read that one, and then I immediately bought the whole series. So the first one was Wolf Gone Wild, and the way it was written, you got the wolf's inner dialogue was all bolded through the book, so you knew when the wolf was talking, when Mateo was talking, and there was that whole. It's sort of like a forbidden love because the witches aren't supposed to be with werewolves because of their unpredictability and all that sort of stuff. So it was really tense throughout the book, and just funny as like just the one-liners that the wolf had and all this sort of stuff. I was just absolutely paying myself laughing. And so then I got the whole series, and now I'm just slowly reading them.
I love
Don't text and drive.
Right? We should like read these together because I feel like it's right up our streets to be
honest. How fun.
There's smut in it, but it's not overly done, so it's super crass. It's actually quite funny. And the books are gorgeous. Like,
yeah. I know.
It's gorgeous.
Amy, we have buddy reads all the time. We'll just add this to our list. July.
We already have one in July.
No, we have one in June. We have one in July?
No, we have one in August.
What do we have in August?
The Appeal.
No.
The Appeal. We don't have one in July, though.
Okay. I'm glad that you wrote that down because I have long forgotten that we decided to do that.
Oh, I forgot too, but I was looking through this because I put people's names in it so that I would know people's names. And then I wrote Buddy Read The Appeal in August with Brittany. So
as long as one of us is organized, that's all that matters. I love that for us.
Yeah.
For anyone who did not see, here's roll number 2 for Stars Hollowathon. I can tell you what it is if you just want the spoiler. What the role is. Hello, Lexi. Just joining. Got held up at work tonight because my fave doctor just came back from maternity leave.
Yay.
Exciting.
Grim and Barrett. Oh my gosh. So funny. I'm sorry.
Literally. We did the introductions. Nicole said, this is what I'm reading. And I went, I'm sorry, everyone. I can't go through the comments until I look this up because I need to just stop the sprints while I go look up the series because it sounds amazing.
It's on Kindle Unlimited too. What? Nice.
Oh, no. What have we done? If the audiobooks are on script, we are golden. We are just absolutely golden. Oh no. I feel like this is like, I am so tired that this is probably like the energy level of like in the middle of 24-hour sprints. Where I'm just like, sure, yeah, party over here. Chapter 17, page 129. Awesome. I'm on chapter 8? Is that what I said? Yeah. Almost done 8. Amy, how did you do? We never asked you. We got talking about these books.
I was like, wait, did I say? I don't remember.
No.
I got through 20% of my cozy mystery. So nice chunk done.
Nice.
And I'm just going to keep going with that one, I think. And focus on my audiobook of the four aunties and a wedding. I'll do that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy already finished, so I'm like, she's on spring break, so
well, that's why then.
Yeah. So, but she liked it, so I mean, I want to finish it. I want to finish this too.
Fair. I feel like with everybody read, there's someone who's like way ahead of the other person, and it's just like, you know.
I know. Every time she's like chatted with me, she's like, I'm so sorry, but I'm done. I'm so sorry. I'm on chapter 18. I'm so sorry.
It happens.
I finished our book. I'm like, okay.
When this is a story for how me and Kelsey became friends. So Kelsey and I became friends on Instagram just because we both posted that we were wanting to read a book and decided to do a buddy read. And we realized we read at very similar speeds. So then we started to do a buddy read every month, and we'd like do a page breakdown, but like inevitably something would come up, and either we would love the book and get further ahead, or we would not that we didn't love the book, but like life would happen and we would get behind. But somehow we would check in and be exactly as far ahead or as far behind, but like without having to discuss it. Like, it would just be like amazingly, she would message, she'd be like, I'm so sorry, I'm 50 pages behind. I'm like, me too. And then I was like, this is why we're friends.
Yeah. Well, and we read the first one together last month, and I finished it like a week before she did. So we're even.
Fine. It's fine. It's okay. Tina made their bed and took a shower, literally got out of the shower with 5 seconds left.
Nice.
Made it to 161, chapter 21, or part 3. Right on. See, I don't have I'm reading on Kindle, so I don't know what pages. Because if my Kindle pages are silly. Do you know how sometimes that happens? It says I'm on page 896.
Yeah. Well, and some of them it'll say page, and it's legit that's that page. So if you flip through because your font is bigger or whatever, it'll still say that page, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's I don't understand how Kindle works.
I think it's because it's a NetGalley arc, so it's formatted.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
Finished crocheting my first ever blanket today.
Yay, Tina!
Tina, put pictures in the
Discord. That makes my heart sing.
Oh, also, Tina, can you I want the pattern for that bunny that you made because it was stinking adorable,
wasn't it?
So, yeah. So how can I get that from you, Tina? How can I get that?
ML, I want to read this so badly. This is by the same person who wrote The Lost Apothecary, and I loved The Lost Apothecary so very much.
Loved it.
So I need to read this. Switch to The Unforgettable Alexandra Shaw. Very nice. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Can't read right now because I can't reach my Kindle, but I was reading The Longing of Lone Wolves.
That's why I have the Kindle app on my phone. So that's what I was doing in the pull line.
Fair.
Reading my book.
Fair. Also looked up a review of The Luminaries, and many people agree, so just consider yourself warned. Okay, I will. I will. I feel like me and you have really similar tastes, so I'm going into it now with that in mind, that you did not like it. Hi, Neva. Long time no see. You're at work. Hey, Neva, at work. Post a picture of the blanket in Discord. Yes, please. Please do. Yeah. Oh, hi, Kels. I didn't know you were here when I told the story. It's true. It's true. Until this book club book when you read it and I just didn't. But I feel like I was redeemed because, okay, for B&K Book Club, I had a week. Life went awry and I just, like, there was no way I could do it. So Kelsey got it done, held her own, did all the book club discussions, rocked it. Then we came to the Besties Book Club, which I did finish, and the rest of them DNF'd it. So I feel like I was vindicated in this, that like we all did one of the book club books.
Yeah. Well, and not every book is for everybody. And whether you're buddy reading or not, you should still be able to DNF.
I do think I want to read The Four Winds, which is the one I didn't read. It was just like not a good week to be taking on a sad Kristen Hanna book.
I haven't finished that yet.
Her face.
I'm still 38% into it.
I have that to read. It's right there. It's right there.
I will read it soon.
It's not even that I'm not enjoying it, because I am. I'm in between. I'm reading like 8 books right now.
I haven't read a Kristen Hanna. I'm scared because I think she's going to
reading
be
incorrect.
Yes, I really am. So that's my toxic habit.
Honestly, everyone said it made them cry. The Four Winds, like it was rough.
I've heard that about every Kristen Hanna book. I have The Nightingale. I'm too scared to read it. I have The Four Winds. Too scared to read it. I want to read The Great Alone, but I'm too scared to read it.
I'm stone cold. I won't cry.
Kelsey cried.
Whoa.
I'm still stone cold.
Kelsey never
she doesn't usually cry, does she?
No.
Like cried or like soft cried?
Was she like Neva and I when we finished Uwe, or like?
Well, you can let us know the level of crying, but it wasn't like tearing up, like it was crying. And I was having a bad mental health week, and I heard that and went, no, I can't, because if Kelsey cried, I will not be okay. Like I will be devastated.
Decisions need to be made.
Now I'm like, I gotta finish, because if I don't cry, then I really am stone cold.
I will not survive that kind of book. That's all I know. Like I will be done for.
Probably.
Tina will find the pattern for you, Amy.
Yay! Everyone's
saying hi to Kelsey. Haven't popped in the comments since I've had it on my TV, but when I heard you mentioning that, I had to grab my phone. This is why I've done this when Neva's on too, where I'm like, I won't comment because I'm doing things, but I'll just have it open, and then I'll start hearing my name, and I'll be like, you best be saying good things about me, because I am here.
Right? All the things.
I had my AirPods on today in my classroom because there was people doing my classroom, and then I kid you not, I heard my name over the AirPods, and I turn it off and I hear my name, and then they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, the pregnant teacher. And I was like, I'm sitting right here, guys. Right here.
So here's The Four Winds will destroy all of you.
Besides.
So like Neva and I on in Uwe.
We will not be okay. Will it be? Here's the question.
I can just see the Google Images collage now.
There is no book that has made me cry harder than The Winners. Like I was unconsolable. Like I was reading the book and I wasn't just crying. I was like physically, there were noises and gasping, crying.
But do you cry at movies and shows too?
Yes.
I do.
Because I do cry at movies and shows.
I cry at commercials.
Like anything can happen, and it's just I'm a wreck.
I've watched A Man Called Otto twice after already knowing what's going to happen.
I haven't
And
watched
both
it
times I watched the movie.
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't watched it yet.
Be prepared. You're gonna cry.
Well, I told my sister I want to watch it with her. And so she and I have to like coordinate something. And then her best friend, who I'm also friends with, wants to watch too. So now it's like, okay, now we have to coordinate 3 schedules to like make this happen, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it done.
Yeah, it's so good. Amy, Tina will DM you on Instagram.
Yay!
Mom calls me heartless. I don't cry at books. We call Rainy heartless.
Thanks, friends.
And be like Chandler in the episode where he like shows
Where he says he won't cry, but then he finally does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
It's okay.
You opened the gate. You just need the gate to be open, Rainy.
I guess.
What book will crack Rainy?
What book will crack me? Because that will be an all-time favorite.
I mean, Uva didn't do it.
I still say The Winners was worse than Uva. I cried way worse.
Uva didn't do anything to me.
I haven't watched that one.
Alicia also read Four Winds and cried, but I cry at everything, so can't really gauge the sadness here. Same. I cry at all the things, so I go in prepared. Chris and Hannah, I go in prepared.
Yeah.
If anything is usually music that would bring tears to my eyes. Yeah, music. I don't think I cry at music.
And I don't really cry.
Fox and the Hound.
I'm in a sad mood.
Fierce.
Basically seeking it out.
Yay, thank you, Tina.
Babel ruined ML. I did not cry when I read Babel. I don't think.
I could see
but
that.
it's still probably going to be one of my best books of the year.
Ooh.
That's like the first book you read.
It's the very first book I read this year.
Oh, the very first book I read this year, I hated with a burning passion.
I did that video of trying to end and start with 5 stars. So I picked books that I was like pretty sure were going to be.
Yeah.
So I did Uwe and Babel, and I was correct. I did love both of those books.
Well, that's good.
I mean, my first one was Check Please, the hockey.
Oh, the graphic
novel. I mean, it was pretty good. I really liked it. It was so wholesome and lovely.
That's a much lighter read than Babel. I will
yes,
say.
It was. I did not cry. But
no, I was Mother Thing, and I hated it. It was awful. Don't read it. Don't recommend.
What was it?
Mother Thing.
Oh,
it's not.
You
good.
didn't like that.
I hated it. It was awful. It was trash.
I was gonna say. Do you remember what your first book of the year was, Nicole?
I was just trying to think. Then I think it was a cozy mystery. By ACF Bookings. It's a cross-stitch cozy mystery. I think it was the first one. I've read it.
That same, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I remember the first nonfiction that I read. That was for my Discord members pick, and it was a nonfiction called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and it's about her cells that were taken in the 50s.
I have that somewhere too. It's like
that was a really interesting book. I had no idea, and that was my first 5-star of the year. So
nice.
Yeah, that's like a I haven't read the book yet, but it's a fascinating story.
And the way the author she went into it where she was going to tell Henrietta Lacks's story, but then ended up getting the story from the family through their own voices. And the way she told it, it was brilliant. Like, that book made me cry because just the way people of the time went about things and stuff like that was just horrific. And some of the content in it was just a little bit questioning the medical profession and stuff like that. So but it was really good, really fascinating stuff.
I gave this, I think, a 3-star. It was
The Paris Apartment. I haven't read it yet.
I didn't really care for the twist, and like a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is fantastic." I'm like, eh.
I haven't read it yet. I'm hesitant because I just love the guest list so much.
Oh, the guest list is like all time. Like
I know, and if you like the guest list and didn't like the Paris Apartment, that concerns me. For the Paris Apartment,
I did love the twist in the guest list.
I loved the guest list. The guest list is one of my favorite thrillers of all time.
I think I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah,
I haven't read any of these books. So
Oh, you have to. I'm going to do a list, and you can do a video. Brittany chooses my TBR, and the guest list would 100% be on it because it's.
I read this one yesterday. I picked it up from the library. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife.
Yes.
I read it in one sitting, and I gave it 5 stars. I really enjoyed it.
I loved In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife.
I'm not too sure about the scissors on the front though. That was a bit confusing. Why I know why the scissors are there, but like why?
I was like, I really can't say that on the live stream. I can.
Like,
yeah, they didn't really need to be on the cover. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kels, I'm 80 pages into The Simple Wild.
And I'm on page 1. I'm on page.
I'm adoring this. This is great.
I'm liking it. I'm on page 1.
You're on page 1 and you're loving it, aren't you? ML teaches about lax.
You know it's good if you like it already on page 1. That's really interesting.
Always shocked.
I never
was
really
heard
shocked by the story of Henrietta Lacks. Like I had no idea, none whatsoever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to look up this book.
It's so good.
You read the guest list.
Well, I'm like, if you read it and you hate it, then I know we really have different tastes because I hated The Drift, and you.
Although I will say, the guest list is very character focused. Very character focused. There's not a lot of plot for most of the book. So but you have to push. So many people DNF this book, and I feel like if you would have just pushed through the beginning, you missed what is fantastic.
It's like when everything comes together, I'm just like, this is brilliant.
It is brilliant. But I love character focused books, so I didn't mind that. But anyone I tell about, I'm like, just if you're finding it slow, like push through. Trust me. Because if you push through, you will see why this is fantastic.
Well, and a couple of the ways you meet the characters I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then after, pushing through, it was good.
I feel like Kelsey did not like the guest list and did push through, I think, upon me telling her to do so.
Also, you should read this too because this is fantastic.
In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife is fantastic.
5 stars.
Wow, you got that real fast. I had no idea what that was.
Oh, I've seen it so many times. I'm like,
hello, how are you? Hopefully you have a good day at work. And I knew you were going to come in and be all on the guest list. I knew this was coming. It's coming.
No one cares. I'm kidding. I love you, but
Kelsey did an unhaul video a couple months back, and as she's like pulling off the shelf and going, I'm unhauling this, I messaged her and I was like, you're unhauling all of my favorite books, and I'm a tad bit offended.
Oh, Kelsey.
It's okay. I still love you very much, but like, what are you doing?
I feel like
Is that a bone of contention amongst our friendship of whether the guest list is good or not? It's fine. Everything's fine. This is going to be the last sprint though, because I need to go to bed.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But there are more sprints tonight. If anyone is looking for more sprints, there are Stars Hollowathon sprints on Brooklyn's channel. Pretty much like an hour after we're going to be done. So I'll put the link in the description for anyone who wants to hop over. But are we ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
How'd you do?
I got 10% more done.
Nice.
So I'm at 30%.
Very good. How about you, Nicole?
I only read 20 pages that time. I had to go and tend to granddaughter.
Fair, fair. I did not read much then either because honestly, I'm not liking this very much. So I might DNF this. I haven't decided. I'm going to give it a try tomorrow morning when I'm less tired because I don't know if it's just that I'm just too tired. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See if it's me or if it's the book. I think it's the writing style though. Dialogue's really causing me to just go, why are we speaking this way? But again, I'm going to give it until tomorrow. I'm going to give it another try in the morning with fresh eyes because I've done that before with books where I'm like not enjoying them, reading late at night, and then like I'll wake up and I'll be, what was wrong with me yesterday? This is great. So, you know, it might be me and being in a mood. So
yeah.
Give it another because everyone loves books.
I've set books down for a little while and then all of a sudden like gone back to read them and I've been like, why didn't I finish it this first time I started reading them?
Yeah. The only reason I'm second guessing myself is it has so many 5-star ratings that I'm like, what am I missing? Is it me? It might be me. Maybe I'm the problem.
I'd say it's just because you're tired.
Hi.
It could be. We'll see tomorrow. Hi. I'm the problem.
No, it's me.
I'll give it a try tomorrow and see. I think that, and then if I'm not driving with it, I'll just move on. Somewhere on chapter 18, so heading to bed. Night, everyone. Good night, Zoe. Rainey had to hop off because Rainey is not feeling super well, but got to 60% of How to Sell a Haunted House, and it's getting weird. In a good way or a bad way?
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah. I just got back in time for the end of sprints. I'm sorry. There are more sprints on Brooklyn's channel starting in an hour. So if anyone wants more sprints, there is the link for them. There's Stars Hollow-a-thon sprints. So that's a thing that's happening. Didn't read, dragged myself out of bed to get back to work, answer students, grade some, plan some class sessions. The dedication, ML. Your dedication is top notch. Got no reading done, had dinner and watched YouTube. Very nice. The whole puppet thing, I'm not sure about. Fair. I mean, I could see that not being for everybody. I know nothing about the puppet thing, but I could see
I don't know how I feel about puppets.
Yeah, I don't think I would be pro puppets.
No.
I don't know. I liked the R.L. Stine one, like Night of the Living Dummies. Like I liked that when I was little, when I was a kid.
It's getting really, really weird.
Oh no.
It's getting really, really weird. And if Rainey thinks it's really weird, because Rainey, I know that some of your favorite books are quite weird. I was worried that, yes. Yeah. And I think, and here's why I think it might not be that I'm tired, is I went and looked at reviews and a lot of people said the writing style was like Riley Sager. And I went, oh no.
Oh, so I might be okay.
You might, and that's what I think. It might be I'm not a fan of that, like, that type of thriller vibe. It's not my cup of tea, and that's what it's. So we'll see. But I'm gonna give it another chance tomorrow. I'll give it like one 45-minute sprint tomorrow, and then if that's like not my vibes any longer, I will just
DNF.
hands of it. Good with weird books, but this is like fair. That's fair. Oh no, I'm gonna hate the Rainy Retreat. I'm sorry, Rainy. You might love it. Who knows? There are books for everybody. That's the thing. Is not every book is for everybody. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I've hit the weird part yet. When did it start getting weird?
I feel like I need to like read a chapter or something just to like
of the writing retreat. You'll
Yeah.
get a good sense of the writing style in the first chapter. It doesn't get better. It's the dialogue for me. The dialogue is very young adult, but they're not young adults.
Ow.
So they're almost 30.
Oh.
Some are 30.
Then that's not good.
Yeah. So it's just, and that's fine. Like it's just a me thing, I think, because that's why I don't like Riley Sager's books too, is I find them sound like YA when they're not. So that's okay.
Yeah, I struggle with YA.
Yeah, but they're not YA. And I saw this, a couple people who, because I did look at reviews, not spoiler ones, but just people were like, it comes off YA to me. And I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not the only one who.
Yeah,
Or
I
like,
think I
it's
struggle more with YA sounding books that are not meant to be YA.
Right.
Like when it's supposed to sound YA, it's like, well, this is for a reason.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. So, and everyone was like, I kind of forgot it wasn't YA until there was sexy scenes. And I was like, oh, yeah, because that would then be like, oh, right, this isn't YA. So,
I don't know. Some YAs have lots of sexy stuff in it, and it's like,
well, I think this is explicit.
oh.
From the little bit
You know
that
why
I
I do.
just read, I think it gets quite explicit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting in a thriller.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I like sex scenes in my thrillers, no.
I don't. This is making me wonder that as well.
See, every time I've seen a horror movie where there's a sex scene, somebody has been like slaughtered in half. So
Yeah.
sex scenes, I don't know about that.
No, not so much.
Oh, I really, Alicia, you'll know what I'm talking about, but you would not believe how close you are to actually. Nothing actually happens, but there's oh, this could happen.
The
They're
thing
writers,
is,
right?
when
They're
I was
writers, so they're like, oh, this could happen in a book. And it's basically what you just described.
the thing is, when I was in 7th grade, I went to a party. It was a birthday party, and they rented The Final Friday, I think. But that happens. Like they're having sex and yeah.
No.
Gross.
It doesn't happen in the book, but she's like, oh, I could write a scene like that. And I'm like,
No.
sure.
No.
I mean, you could.
You could, but
Obviously it's been done, ma'am.
Anyway, that's the end of Sprints. I love this is how we're ending it. It's really fantastic. Creepy puppets and killer sex. That's how we're ending Sprints today. You're welcome, everyone. I will be back on Thursday with daytime sprints, and I will be less crazy because I will be not as tired. That's fine. But if you are not subscribed to anyone, that is, if you've seen their lovely faces and you're not subscribed, they are in the description box below. So go check that out. Brooklyn has sprints in an hour, and I will see you either Thursday or next Tuesday for more sprints. Thanks, everybody. Bye.